in this video I'm probably going to have to pause a few times because there's people walking in the hallways, so bear that in mind. So this video is going to be about taking action even when you don't feel like you are completely in the know-how for taking action. For example, I'm taking this course now and I haven't had a call yet. I haven't had real guidance yet in my niche or anything, but I'm still going to start making calls tomorrow because it's just a thing that needs to be done. And this might be just because I'm impatient at this point, but it's also because I'm an action-oriented person and I actually want to get the thing done. I want to put the calls to effect in order to get this thing done. And this is completely independent of how I'm like feeling about things. Like, you may have seen my video yesterday. I was just completely smashed in like every mental area, and yeah, I kept going anyway. I finished my work day, and that was it. No questions asked. And I'm feeling better again today. A bit better. That's just the oscillatory nature of working. Like, sometimes you feel okay, other times you feel like you'd never been bored. Nothing to do with emotion, just to do with life quality. But actions are needed for like everything. Like, if you're planning on studying for something, doing a mind map for what you're going to be studying is not studying. And sometimes it's a needed step, but it's not actually starting the activity. You need to separate planning the activity from doing the activity, because they're two different things. Maybe you need to plan how you're going to get yourself to do the activity. Maybe you need to plan like how to get yourself disciplined in the right mindset for it. But that's just it's a situation where if you have to hype yourself up every time you want to do it, you've kind of already lost. So you can't really do it that way. You just need to focus on getting the thing done. And I think I've made a video on this before on how you need to be an action-oriented person and actually do the thing. But this video is going to be more going into the circumstances that might be stopping you from doing that thing, that may come up as excuses for you to not do it. And what I want to say to that is, how valid is the excuse? Because at some point they are valid enough. Like, if you have a strong enough excuse, then of course you won't be able to do the work. Did you break your leg? Okay, well, maybe in that case, depending on your pain tolerance, you're not going to be able to focus on the work as well as you would have had you not your leg broken. So it might be just best to pass off the responsibility to your future self, but acknowledge at the same time that you're passing the responsibility off to your future self. And another example of this is how I continue to make these videos every day, even though I keep getting interrupted in them, even though I keep getting stopped because I don't like people hearing me in the hallways. I keep making these videos anyway because it's just the thing that I'm going to be doing to boost my success and boost my ability to articulate myself on camera, and it's kind of an essential part of my development. Well, that may have been awkward, the fact that I was just there for 40 seconds staring at the camera, but there was someone out there, and you know, I have every excuse in the world to give up. Every single excuse that people can count. Well, most of the excuses. I don't have much support. I don't have any. I have college to rely on. I have a job. I am already being productive by doing like meditation and working out and a load of other things. I have a load of people interrupting me all the time. I have random crap thrown into my day, like sudden changes in schedules which cause me to miss a coaching call. I have the fact that I'm not going to be able to actually get any coaching for 2 weeks because of circumstances, and I still go through those circumstances anyway, and the reason why is because those excuses are weak excuses to quit. They're weak excuses to not do the work, whereas I sometimes have a strong enough excuse to not do the work. For example, if it weren't for the fact that I had work in a hotel today, I'd be working again until 10 o'clock tonight. I know it. And I could have also chosen to not work in college because, oh, I'm getting burned out, or oh, this is gonna come back on me. I'm sacrificing enjoyment, sacrificing the time of my life, as people have called it. You know, the time when I was supposed to be going out with friends and getting absolutely pissed every weekend. I could be using all of those excuses, but I don't, because screw that. Like, who in their right mind, who faces all the truths and realities of their future, is going to want to just pass up this free time now in return for enslavement later? Like, who would genuinely want that, who is not deluding themselves? And that's another reason why I think those excuses that I have to quit are not really excuses, because I don't delude myself. Alright, I'm going to keep talking, I don't care. So, all of those mini excuses, the more of them that piles on me, the more determined I become actually working despite them. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm driven by spite, maybe that's it. But it doesn't really matter what source of fuel I have, as long as it works. It's the one thing I know I'm not going to give up because of those little weak excuses. Maybe if I'm literally about to die, I'll give up because, you know, there's a better way to achieve it in the future, and the only thing that working now would render me diseased. So it's probably the only reason I'd actually quit. Or if someone had a gun to my head or something like that, and they threatened everybody that I know to die, or just somebody random to die. That's another thing that confuses me about media. You know, oh, you wouldn't care if some random person died, but you care if your own family member died. That means you're a good person. Not really, because you're letting some random person die. That's as bad as homicide in itself, because you're letting that thing happen.